I used to be a major supporter of adopt don't shop, but now all of my current and future dogs will be purchased from breeders. Let's talk about why. I had 2 rescue dogs die young from what were very traumatic to me health issues. The second one had some pretty intense fear reactivity that was likely a result of poor genetics coupled with poor socialization during those vital periods. And while I was capable of working through her issues, I know that not everyone is. After going through all of this, I started to think surely pet ownership is not meant to be this heartbreaking. So I started to branch out and to educate myself more. So I started to read and I started to learn about all of the things that ethical breeders do to ensure that the dogs they produce are both healthy and temperamentally sound. I learned about health testing. I learned about all of the care that goes into planning a litter. I learned about all of these things that set ethical breeders apart from the backyard breeders and the puppy mills that we all are so familiar with. I was welcomed into a community that I previously didn't even know existed. A community of people in which dogs are their biggest passion. And that passion drives them to want better for dogs. From them, I learned even more about what goes into breeding. I was exposed to sports, to conformation shows. I saw all of the meticulous care that went into these dogs. I met their well-bred dogs, and I got my own, and the difference is night and day. And all the while, I was working in veterinary medicine, where I saw the very real and devastating effects that poor genetics and poor socialization, poor temperament have on dogs. And it made me want better for them, because dogs deserve to be healthy. They deserve to be temperamentally sound. And then diving even deeper into this world, into this community, and learning all of the things that these people do, both the breeders of these dogs and the community at large, all of the things that they do to make sure that these well-bred, ethically bred dogs never end up in a shelter, it helped me look into the actual issues behind the shelter crisis here. And ethical breeders are not a part of that. And what's more, only ever adopting isn't a solution to it. There's a reason why when we have these clear the shelter events that are successful, those shelters always fill back up. If everyone in the world only supported ethical breeders, we wouldn't have a need for those shelters. Adopt Don't Shop had great intentions when it started as a call to not support puppy stores and puppy mills, but it has turned into something so incredibly toxic and unhelpful. Now it only serves as a way to shame people for doing anything other than adopting. It serves as a way for people to virtue signal and pretend that shelter dogs are perfect when they're not. The very, very true reality is that shelter dogs are not a good fit for every home. They are unpredictable, they come from poor genetic backgrounds, they don't have good socialization or training, many have health issues, many have behavior issues, and not everyone can take a risk on that. I have learned that this is a very nuanced issue. It is not black and white like Adopt Don't Shop makes it out to be. So I used to be an Adopt Don't Shop supporter, but I'm not anymore, because Adopt Don't Shop will never fix this issue. And my purchase of a well-bred, purebred dog from an ethical breeder did not sentence a shelter dog to death.